Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be checking out the brand new Procedural Vegetation Editor inside of Unreal Engine 5.7. Essentially, this new tool allows you to create procedural vegetation inside of Unreal Engine, so you can create trees, bushes, any sort of foliage that you normally have to create in a separate program, like, for example, Speed Tree. And in this case, you can take just a couple of leaves and branches and generate multiple different types of trees just from a handful of assets. And we saw this tech shown off in the Witcher 4 demo, showcasing that this tool was used to generate this entire massive forest using just a couple of pine needle branches, and this feature is easily coupled up with the brand new Unreal Engine 5.7 Nanite foliage, which can allow for incredibly detailed trees like the pine tree that we saw in the demo, which showed off having an actual model for each pine needle rather than using traditional geometry cards. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys how to access the new procedural vegetation plugin, how you can enable it in your projects, and how you can check out the free sample project that has some sample assets that we can dig apart and learn from. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the first thing that you'll need to do to access the sample projects is you want to go to your edit plugins, and under the plugins you need to search for the Procedural Vegetation Editor. So you want to go ahead and enable this plugin and restart your project. And along with this, you'll have to also enable Nanite foliage in your project settings. So go to your project settings as well. Let's go to Edit, Project Settings, and search for Nanite Foliage. And you want to enable this feature. Nanite Foliage, currently it's experimental. Go ahead and enable that and restart your project as well. So once you've gone ahead and restarted your project, you're not going to find this asset pack or the sample assets right off the bat. You'll want to head over to your content drawer. And in your content drawer, you'll need to show the engine and plugin content. So go over to this gear and click on Show Engine Content and plugin content. Check those to true. Then in your content folder, you'll see a new folder for engine. Click on it. We have a folder for plugins. And in here, you can search for vegetation. And you should find the folder that has all the vegetation. So if we just right click anything and do show in folder view, it will pull up the actual folder. So we have plugins, procedural vegetation editor content, and then we have the actual sample assets. Okay, so if you go to the maps, you can open up this level called Asset Zoo, which is the map that we're going to check out over here. Okay, so in here we have a couple of different examples of the brand new procedural vegetation foliage. So over here is a tree that is completely generated using this brand new vegetation plugin. So this tree is completely procedural in the fact that all of the assets used to generate this particular tree come from just these instances. So if I go into the folder here, as you can see, just these branches, these leaves, this is all that this entire tree is made of. These groups of these static meshes and also skeletal meshes. So essentially they've taken all of these and they've created this brand new asset. They've introduced this new asset called this procedural vegetation asset. So we double click and open this up. This will open up a new editor window that has a graph-based system, sort of like PCG for the procedural vegetation editor. So over here we have a simple viewport of the tree that we're generating. And then over here on the right, we have the nodes that actually generate this tree. So if you're familiar with PCG, it's very similar in the fact that you have these nodes, you have different things that will sample, the branches and spawn static or skeletal meshes. And then once you've essentially gone ahead and added your nodes, you can go ahead and export this foliage that you've created either as a skeletal mesh or a static mesh, which they have done over here. So you can see here are the different variations. These are the skeletal meshes and skeletons, but you can also generate static meshes as well. But in this case, they're showing off the new skeletal foliage setup. So if we open up one of these, you can see that this tree has over 889 bones. So you can see the way that they've done it is instead of using, a shader to drive the animation of like the wind of the tree, they're using bones and skeletal meshes to actually animate the tree, which is what they have shown in this level. So all these trees are animated using a skeletal mesh. And they also showcase this in the Witcher 4 demo. And essentially these are supposed to apparently run on the GPU, because otherwise if you have so many bones simulating or moving or animating in a scene, it's going to be very heavy on the game thread. But as you can see, these trees aren't as detailed as the Witcher 4 demo. So you can see, the detail if we zoom up. But each one of these leaves is its own individual card, and also these branches, these are all made up of just those assets that we showed over here, these instances. So essentially this allows you to save on just storage space in your game, because instead of having different tree models for a variety of different trees, you're going to instead sample things, smaller things like branches and leaves, and then use that through this procedural vegetation editor to generate your actual tree assets. And so you're essentially instancing all of those assets to create a larger asset, which can be even more detailed. So they have a couple of different examples. This is the birch tree. Over here we have, actually these ones are the birch tree. So here are some different examples. So you can generate many different variations, and all of these are actually spawning with a PCG volume. And you can also check out the actual PCG graph, look at the European birch, procedural vegetation asset, and also some of the other ones. So we have this maple tree. This is using these maple leaves, which I've got to say look pretty good. And this is also using the new Nanite foliage system in 5.7. So we go to view over here to Nanite visualization, go into the triangles. You also have to use a command. So we'll type in r.nanite view mesh LOD bias offset, and we'll set this up to like 4. And so this is using the new voxelized Nanite system in Unreal Engine 5.7, which instead of using triangles, it's using voxels for things like the foliage. So you can see as we get closer, it converts to triangles. So this is probably a little bit more extreme, so I'll lower this down to maybe 1. So as you can see, we have triangles, but over in the distance, these are switching to voxels. So this is supposed to be a more optimized approach to having, a massive forest. Rather than using triangles for foliage, we're using, voxels instead. So you can see as you get closer, they are switching to triangles, and you really can't notice it. Okay, I'm going to set this back down to 0. You can't notice a difference when you zoom in and out. There's like no pop in, as you can see. And the neat thing about this is it will react to the light in the scene. So you can move the light around. And we saw this in the Witcher 4 demo as well. But here is another example of different vegetation that you can create. So in this case, they created a bush. Again, if we browse to this, you can see that here is the actual asset. Here are all the instances that they use to create that bush, and actual procedural vegetation asset. So this is the bush, and here are all the different nodes. So I've got to still dive into figuring out how they've gone ahead and actually generated the vegetation using these different nodes. It looks like they're building a mesh based on this size. So here they create that general shape. They generate a 3D mesh. So here's the actual mesh with the texture. And here are all the different bones, as you can see. So that is pretty crazy. You can see all the different bones. So sort of like auto rigs the mesh. And then it adds the leaves onto that mesh. So it's spawning it. And it looks like it's pretty much just spawning it on the edges or the tips of the branches. Yeah, that's pretty much how they generated that bush. Yeah, so here are the different assets, 4 different assets that they generated. So you can export these again as skeletal meshes or static meshes. And in this case, they are just showing the skeletal mesh. So over here is skeletal mesh, which has over 1,788 bones. So for just the bush, it has over 1,700 bones, which is pretty crazy. I'm also wondering, along with the bones, maybe you can add something like a interaction system, since you're rigging the foliage. So for example, like a bush, if the player was to run up to it, you could have the branches simulate. I don't know if that's going to be possible with just the massive amount of bones in each one of these bushes, but we'll have to see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I just want to showcase the assets found in the Procedural Vegetation Editor sample project. Again, I think the best example or showcase of using these tools has to be with the Wisher 4 demo, showing off, a forest built just from the trees generated from a couple of different assets. But yeah, I'm interested to know you guys' thoughts on this. Is this something that you're interested in, creating your own foliage assets within Unreal Engine? It seems like this is the new workflow for creating trees and vegetation, because previously you had to use tools like SpeedTree to create different foliage assets. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on this down in the comments down below. That's pretty much it for this video, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.